Hey, what's going on? Welcome to TrueDIY TV. I'm sitting backstage at Cafe 939 in Boston with Bonnie and Dan from Elephant Revival.
Hello.
Hello.
My mind, it is an ocean blue. From these waters, thoughts for me to you. Observer serves a higher point of view. Now we see that you are me and I am you.
So welcome to Boston, all the way from Colorado. How did you guys kind of break out of Colorado? I know you guys started in 06. How'd you guys end up getting out of that market?
Well, we were fortunate enough that one of our members had bought a school bus.
Did it run on vegetable oil?
It did run on vegetable oil, and it still does. It still does.
We have a bus that we bought from the hospital that runs on vegetable oil as well.
Very good. Oh, high five for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One more.
Sage had already owned a bus, and he converted it, and that right there was just enough for us to get out on the road. And Dango was booking all of our shows, our bass player.
Right.
So he had been in some professional bands previous to Elephant Revival, so he knew the ropes, and we just set out, filled up on vegetable oil, and set out on the road. Yeah.
Any great stories you want to tell me about grease pirating late at night or anything?
It's not as messy or it's not as much of a burden as people would think. It's kind of exciting to know that it's that accessible of an idea to make happen. It's not exactly a story, but it's good information.
No, it is.
There's definitely one of the last runs we took on it. We pulled up to like an Arby's that was closed or something like that, and it was closed. So usually you have to ask permission, and since they were closed, we were like, well, let's just hop over the fence and see what's in there. And we just struck gold. There was 150 gallons of pure vegetable oil in there.
Isn't it the best feeling?
We sucked it right out.
It's the best feeling. You're walking out with like $400 worth of gasoline. You're just
know.
Score. Yeah, I love it. It's an absolute blessing. It's afforded us the opportunity to go to South by and back and stuff for like $50-$60, and I think it affords a lot of bands and artists alike the opportunity to actually get out and spread their art across the country. And I think it's a really awesome way of using localized fuel sources. And it's nice to hear you guys say that. So that's how you broke out of Colorado, huh?
It's a big part of it. Definitely a big part of it. Our first time to the East Coast as a band was partly with our friends Dan Murphy and Rita Brown got us to come record a little bit before we were even actually a band. They had just heard us play, and I don't know. That was our first time to the East Coast. That's not a good story. You should skip me.
No, you kidding? That's a great story. That's a total great story. Well, welcome back.
She's shy. You just have to take her.
You guys had a lot of success in Colorado on the Colorado Public Radio Station. That must have played also a decent role in getting you guys out of that market as well. How did you guys approach getting on the radio over there?
At first we met a great lady, Sue DeMond, from the islands out in Washington. She stumbled upon the profession of publicity, and so we worked with her for a while. We still do a little bit. But since then, we met Chad Stokes, and he asked us to join his record label, and they've hooked us up with some really great people in the industry, or getting us into the public realm.
That's great. We had the opportunity to interview Chad a couple weeks ago at Bombfest, and we actually asked him about the label, and it was really nice to hear his response, which was basically the fact that he decided to create the label as a way to support artists that he truly believed in, and he didn't want to see them go to the wayside just because of things that happen with artists. I mean, we run out of money. It takes a long time to do certain things. Buses break down, things like that. And he really was like, I didn't want to see this talent die. And so hence I started this label so I could support artists that I truly believe in. And you guys are one of those. So it must feel really awesome to be a part of such a family, huh?
Yeah, we're super grateful. He's such a gracious person, and yeah, we're lucky that he's taken us under his wing. He's very sweet of him.
He is a really warm-hearted person. That's awesome. How does it feel then to kind of be a part of a label that's owned by a musician? Is it kind of different? Have you felt any different?
And you know, it would probably feel different if it was someone other than Chad. Chad's a unique character. You know, he's a man of service, and just love his songs that he writes. I mean, if it was like Prince or something, like, I don't know, it might feel a little different. I don't know. I've never met the guy, but
Chad's very approachable.
He's very personable, very caring. You know, we get the sense that he really truly cares about us. He's not out to make a quick one on us or something like that.
You know, what's kind of changed internally in the band in terms of like how you guys manage everything that's going on or stay on top of things?
I think at this point we have so many dates and so many facets to the actual touring that we had to bring more people in. That, you know, like our manager over here, John. We brought him on board, and he's just well experienced with, you know,
the world.
The world.
John's been great. I mean, he helped make all this happen. So,
cool.
You know, with a dead cell phone, even. See, what types of like tools and resources do you use right now that help you stay on top of your careers?
Well, a couple of us on the band have an iPhone. I refuse to get one just because I don't want to be staring at it all day. But
it's addicting.
I'm so grateful that a few of us do have it. A Google Docs.
One up for Google Docs.
One up for Google Docs.
We pretty much survive off Google Docs.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
As far as instruments go, we've added some instruments as far as tools.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, that's a big part of what
Huge
we
part
have
of your
to work
ensemble.
with for our sound. And yeah, we got Stomp Box now. You get to stomp on, and
Nice.
he's gonna get a new banjo to add to his station. We added a viola.
Wow.
Those are some of the tools that we've added.
I like it. You guys must need a monster tech to stay on top of all of those string
Yeah,
instruments.
he's doing a good job.
Is he?
We have a new tech. Yeah, that definitely helps a
That's
lot. It's
great.
a huge part. We have 16 channels to work with, so
Yeah.
it's nice to have someone on top of all that.
That's what I figured.
In very quiet voices.
So what's coming up next for you guys? After this whole big ordeal, this week you've got a big week, and then what? What's happening?
So we play the Boston Garden tomorrow night, and then we fly home the following day and play a homecoming show at a place called Gold Hill, which would be beautiful. And then we head out for the West Coast and play High Sierra, which is
that's an awesome festival.
yeah, and Northwest String Summit, Oregon Country Fair, and then a bunch of Four Peaks College. What is it? Four Peaks. Thanks, John.
John, welcome.
Thank you very
Introduce
much.
yourself.
John Joy, manager for Elephant Revival, and glad to be here in Boston, a town I used to live and go to school and
Really?
work at Axis nightclub.
You're kidding.
19 years ago.
Axis is awesome. No longer. Now,
No,
it's House
now
of
the
Blues.
House of Blues. Yeah, House of Blues.
Which is awesome. I mean, it worked out. They did a good job with it, but I do miss that club.
But I still needed to get a cab once I got off the train because I wasn't about to track back 19 years and figure out where I was going.
Oh yeah, get up. Don't even touch the green line or anything.
Yeah.
So, John, now that you're here for your expert input, I love it. What are some of the biggest challenges right now facing this band?
So it's right now, I think one of the big challenges is allocating funds into the right and finding like where can we put funds that is going to give the best return. Like we just invested into vinyl and released vinyl last week.
Actually, that was a reissue, right, of your last record, right? You guys decided to re-release that on vinyl.
And that's that's obviously an investment, and that's going to come back. And this trip here is an investment, and it will come back, and we're going to follow it up in September. And hopefully, in September, it'll be a break even or in the plus.
So
on
that's
that
the
trip.
trajectory, basically. Do this awesome show, string of shows out here, go back, do the festival circuit for the summer, come back in the fall, and do a heavy East Coast push. How do you guys write on the road then when you guys are locked in these vans and stuff? How do you keep up with that? Because you guys are all multi-instrumentalists. What's the writing process like?
I write a lot if I drive, or I can go to the back of us. I start out with a melody and words anyways, so I don't have to have an instrument usually. It's everybody writes differently, and then I go and figure the chords out, or Dan will have chords that we'll put words to together, or he'll put words to by himself, and then we all work our parts out later, kind of thing, a lot of times. Sorry, is this close enough? Is this coming through? Okay.
You're good. You're great.
We just started to get into full band collaborations where all 5 of us are putting our 2 cents in on a song.
That's
and,
great.
For me, personal writing, I like to be alone, but it's nice to exercise the collaboration with other people and stuff like that. But
I was wondering how that worked out with you guys, because sometimes songwriters are very independent,
Indeed.
and sometimes it's kind of nice to kind of work with the group. But you guys have so many colors of instruments. It must be so much fun to write together.
it's a blast.
We're starting to collaborate more, too. That's kind of the goal.
That's wonderful.
A lot can come from that.
Well, we look forward to then seeing where all the where all the tunes go and everything like that.
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys have a really bright future ahead of you, and it sounds like and looks like you guys are in the right hands, just everywhere. So, many, good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
I leave you with one quick question: what excites you most about the current music industry that you guys are a part of? What's most exciting to you right now?
I think the idea that we can share it with so many people, like the way that technology has expanded in a way that so many people can experience the music and we can experience them in the long run. Like, it's very exciting. It's so at your fingertips to have a really gigantic musical experience now, and that's like, very exciting to me, I guess.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, just the strange paradox that the internet was kind of the downfall of the past, state of the record labels in the music industry, but it's also what's giving it new life too.
Absolutely, new opportunities.
Yeah, so it's exciting because we don't really know what's going to happen, and just got to keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully the music translates and people catch on.
Cool, guys. Yeah. Well, Bonnie, Dan, John, guys, thank you so much for the interview. Good luck
brother.
tonight in Boston. Good luck tomorrow with Dispatch, and good luck for the rest of your futures. We look forward to watching you.